Hermitcraft. Hermitcraft _ on Twitter. The official Twitter account of the Hermitcraft community. Some sort of Minecraft thing. I don't really care too much about what it is. I presume it's some kind of mod pack or server set. But there has been a drama. You ready? Let me make sure my crop is okay. Blam, blam. Recently, we were presented with multiple complaints in regard of one of our members, Iskall85, by members of the community. After reviewing the evidence, we believe these complaints to be credible. When asked for a response, Iskall chose to resign. Out of respect for the privacy of the individuals affected, we will not be sharing any more details at this time. Stress Monster has also chosen to resign. As Stress Monster, I would be a little bit irritated if I didn't resign out of solidarity. Because if imagine being Stress Monster and you have just incidentally resigned it the whole time and you're in the statement like this and everyone thinks you're going, no, keep him in, and he's done something horrible. Now, and you know, if you're in this community, you probably know who Stress Monster is, and it will be very clear how that works. As someone seeing this on the timeline with no context? Anyway, sharing more details from them doesn't matter because we can get them from elsewhere. Let's go! Cassie says, regarding Iskall85, here is my statement as one of those affected. What happened, asks Astrojohn. I don't know. I didn't spoil it. Some tools might be unavailable for this file. That's fine. Hold up. We're busting crusts. Hold up. Let's get this crop moving. It's good enough. Okay. Hi, everyone. I'm not being pushed to make this, but rather doing it on my own accord, so that you have all of the facts, and with the hopes that if there are more victims, they know they can reach out and that they are not alone. It's likely that besides the three of us, 2 currently anonymous ones and myself, there are more. Very likely. I'd like to start off by saying a couple of things. So far, no minors are involved that we know of. Okay, you know what? This is a diamond. This is a diamond. This is rare. And it is valuable because it's rare. Minecraft related, so voxel based game related drama involving, I presume, sexual impropriety. Did they specify that? They didn't specify sexual impropriety, did they? That's my guess. But normally this would involve doing something to a kid, or trying to, whatever. No minors involved that they know of. Let's go. I know Mumbo already confirmed this, but I feel like it's important for me to say that too. Thank you, Mumbo. Doesn't mean it couldn't be something horrible though. Believe it or not, you can do bad things to adults. As for Stress, don't bring her into this at all. I'm hoping for the best for her and her kids. Please don't speculate about her. Now, if you don't want that to happen, Hermitcraft probably shouldn't have raw dog posted this with this guy accused of a bunch of stuff resigned. This other person also resigned. 14,000 likes. 4.3 million views. No one can reply. How many... Are all those 4.3 million views people who are familiar with the context? Oh, I'd be a bit annoyed, personally. Anyway, I'm just going to tell you what happened in the order that it happened, so that I hopefully don't miss anything. Don't expect too much... How big is this? It's not that crazy. I was scared of the scroll bar. Just going to tell you what happened in the order that it happened, so that hopefully I don't miss anything. Don't expect too much photo evidence right now, because it's pretty hard to look through it, and the hermits plus other people like the VH devs have all they need to see the truth of it. Please have faith in us, and them, that the evidence is overwhelmingly sufficient. They're not saying trust us, there's no evidence. They're saying trust us, the evidence we do have is sufficient. I guess this can be okay if they give us like a taste. Give me a taste. Give me a taste. For those of you who don't know me, I've been a mod for Iskall for a while now, and for a time it was only gamer salsa, homosexual Elder Scrolls sauce, my mod twin, as I like to say, and myself doing most of everything on the stream. He hates moderating his own things. Sounds fine so far. I also ended up a moderator of his Discord and the Vault Hunters official Discord. Now that is a mod pack, like a special Minecraft mod thing, whatever. Total rework, right, for how the game works. Iskall and I shared a few friends, which made the situation so much more confusing. Forgive my lack of accurate or appropriate terminology. I just get the automatic mod installer thing, browse mods, click the thing, just put it on. Just whatever, let me play this thing. Iskall and I shared a few friends, which made the situation so much more confusing, until I told them what was going on and they helped pull me out of my mental state and made me realize things that were happening that I had no idea about. The personal thing started out on August 12th, is how it starts, What happened was that Salsa and I were in the Vault Hunter's Patreon voice chat just doing a vault together when he popped in while muted and watched us for a bit before leaving. It's like the Minecraftman peeping behind the curtain. Curtain twitching Minecrafter. He says, sent a friend request. I was trying to make a group chat with Sir Salsa, but can't. Kekwa. Cassie, accepted, sir. Iskall, just wanted to thank you and Salsa specifically for all the help with the streams in the community. You guys are absolutely omega lol to me. And I appreciate the hell out of both of you, heart. Thank you for being there for me. Fairly innocent. And that's how it was for about a week and a half. Something to know about Iskall is that he doesn't really respond to Discord very much. Even when he's asked me to send him something / do something for him, which I honestly didn't expect more than that, it didn't really bother me. However, for these 9 days, he was extremely chatty. A chatty Cathy, if you will. Even starting his own conversations. Dominating which was baffling at the time, as I was used to the mostly silence on his end. It's probably better. It means he's not, well, it doesn't necessarily mean he's not masturbating. You can use NVIDIA AI to cut out background noise to an uncanny degree. I'd be more concerned with a silent listener. That means you guys, for the most part. I just thought he was being more my friend than before, which I don't think would be that unusual, since I had been moderating for him for a long time and doing a lot of things for his stream and community, who I adored. It was August 21st when he first brought up Skype, but before that, he started being a little weird without giving me any context about whatever he meant. So I didn't think much of it at the time, but now, hindsight is 2020. Okay. Vaulted into Skype. That's the millennials Discord, I guess. Finger, you need food. Kekwa. Continue to be awesome, Cass. I've got no worries in my head. You're a good one. Now we play some Sky Vaults, I think. Ooh. Peepin' at Iskall, Cass. Danger Zone, Cass. Puts pants back on. Lol. Okay. We're probably about a quarter or a third of the way through. And like when there are these screen caps, it goes faster, right? Because it's not very dense. Don't worry. And then the Skype message. We also have another statement that is very, very small. Nice. Set up Skype. Yup, downloadin'. OMG, how did I remember my old one, lol? I'm probably going to make a new one anyway, lol. But what the hell? I have a message from my brother from 2018, lol. I will add you. What is it? Okay. Immediately after going to Skype. Yeah.
I'm full of opinions.
I don't even...
God.
Thank you, Kurochi. Thank you. True. Are we talking British or American pants? British pants are underwear. American pants are trousers. Ooh. Curious. I'm trying to make it spicier, and it just... I would suggest it's very, very tepid. For two adults talking on Discord, I'm not getting there yet, but she did say... she didn't say this is like blam. She didn't think much of that at the time. Okay, thank you, Law44 UK. Yep, downloading, how to remember. Okay, I will add you. What is it? Immediately after going to Skype is when he brought up danger zones again and started being sexual. Right. I already think, let's say he does something messed up. Whatever he does, I bet he does do it a lot. Because if his code word is danger zone means we go to the other chat client. That feels like the result of common use. Immediately after going to Skype is when he brought up danger zones again and started being sexual. He talked about getting in bed naked, and that he currently had a boner. I was wary to engage, but honestly just assumed he was joking around or something. Very naive of me, I guess, but it feels so different when it is happening to you, and in your head, that it's difficult to explain my own logic back then. Thank you, Faberlope. I appreciate it. Hello, she says. Yay, now we can talk here. The danger zone talk. Lol. No, but I can't keep track of Discord, and I like you. Keep this very private, though. Only for family and very close friends. Right. Oh, it's a gifted one. Fuck you, FB. Whoever gifted me, you rule. So he mentions danger zones, and that's connected to putting his pants back on. Then he talks about danger zone over here. Tells her he likes her. She needs to keep it private. But not don't tell anyone. Just please don't leak to the world that I like you. I'm a streamer. So far, kind of cringe. The danger zone talk and so on. Nothing where I'd be like, this is wrong. You can see here he's talking about danger zones again, 8 days after the first time. I'm showing this. Thank you, Aragast. I'm showing this so that you can see he is clearly the same person I've been talking to, as I was honestly so confused by his flipping behavior that I started to question myself on whether he truly was the same person I was just talking to. Dave, it's a gift again? Thank you, Syphilis. Screw you, fake gifter. Gifty. Oh god, I'm lost. I looked away. I should never look away. Right. I started to question myself on whether he truly was the same person I was just talking to. Syphilis, thank you. Someone behaving differently on 2 different platforms? A separate platform that he got you to go to for no functional reason? Like he didn't bring you from somewhere that was just text to somewhere where you could call? And he's talking about danger zones and sexual stuff? Add 1 and 1. It's that simple. The way he talks and uses emotes is the exact same as he already is everywhere else, which is made more apparent the more he talked to me. To bag this up even further, I have 2 instances of me mentioning Skype to him afterwards on Discord, and though he never replied directly to those messages, he also never went, "Oh, what's Skype?" or anything like that. She's going to great pains to prove something that I don't think you need to put this much work into. Okay, look, I have no reason to think you're totally making up this stuff. He likes going to Skype with you. Okay. Sir, do you check your Skype as much as you think you do? Bingo card. Thank you, sir. A loot beam to mod box. Something I and the others noticed was his lovely habit of talking a lot and then ghosting us for 1 to 2 weeks randomly. That better not be part of the problem. Did Iskall do bad stuff? Asks Wildfang. I can't tell yet. Hermitcraft has dropped him. Or rather, they got some evidence, asked Iskall for a response, and he chose to resign. Alright? Also messaged Skype. Hang on. Something I and the others noticed was his lovely habit of talking a lot, and then ghosting us for 1 to 2 weeks randomly, which is why I said this. Not that I feel I have to justify myself, I'm just embarrassed. Also message Skype if you need anything, because Discord gets filtered out of my phone from all the notifications, but it's just you on my Skype, so it should be easy to see. From VOD, only 1 note, which wasn't actual, said to be a note. Double spawns from spawners, how you feeling today? I missed your video Iskall voice. Lol, wonderful comeback with stress. Thank you, sir. Okay, stress mentioned. As you can see, no response to these messages. I don't know if he ignored them specifically on purpose so that he would get the benefit of the doubt from people later on, or if it was just more of the same with non-replying. After adding Skype, he didn't talk to me at all on Discord anymore in the friendly way he was before, but only stream/moderator stuff. Then he would talk to me on Skype for days off and on, randomly, saying extremely flirty things that in hindsight definitely stepped over the line of friend flirty bantering. Okay, you're describing what could be a fine way of testing the waters of escalating your relationship, but carry on. I was very conflicted on if I should say anything back like he does, but mostly I changed the subject and tried to get him to talk about normal things, which he would sometimes. I'd seen so many instances of red flags to look out for in situations like these, and he absolutely picked up on it. A lot of the time, if his flirting was quote-unquote unsuccessful, he would either say something like, "Changing the subject, I see." Sounds like a butler robot, programmed to seduce. "Welcome, sir. Care to polish my knob? Changing the subject, I see." Zzz, zzz. Encouraging me to open up, or straight up just leaving me alone for a couple of days before he tried again. That's fine. NPCs reset if you leave them for long enough. If you leave them unloaded for long enough, the memory is dumped and they're refreshed and you can just try again. I showed him a video of my pigeon. Bro, you're trying to get with Mike Tyson. Watch out. Watch out. I showed him a video. I showed you a pigeon of my... Sorry. I showed you my pigeon. Answer me. I showed you my pigeon. Answer me. My pigeon Wilbur. Unfortunate name. Now I know. You're talking about Wilbur Soot, right? Come on. I guess this is from the Minecraft community, so that's a fair enough comment. Okay. Taking a bath and the bottom of my leg happened to be in shot, and after that he was obsessed with my legs and mentioned them whenever he could. Now I mentioned that before we had a lot of friends in common. A full month after the Skype thing started, one of my friends accidentally revealed that Iskall had a live-in partner. This friend had no idea about the Skype, but knew the secret because of other reasons, and I don't even remember how it was brought up at the time, because all I remember is the sudden drop of my stomach as soon as they said it. I didn't just take their word for it, though, and I talked to other friends who I knew would know the truth. The first person I approached, I don't know if they really understood what or why I was asking, so they didn't confirm or deny anything, which really messed with me at the time. I thought to myself that Iskall could not be so stupid as to do this with me, who he knows is friends with people he knows. So surely I was blowing it all out of proportion. I did ask Iskall if he had a partner then, because I wanted to know if he would lie or not. Is this just going to be cheating? I mean, cheating's bad, but if we don't get more, I don't think it's really relevant to your place in some sort of whatever Hermitcraft is.
Gank donated £1.
Gank,
this
thank you.
Retarded. He told her at the start that he liked her a lot. She
yeah,
really
I mean,
liked her as more than a friend.
Wait.
Why
Yes.
don't women just listen and tell people they
Stop.
don't like them?
Stop.
She is just leading him along.
Her problem now isn't that. Her problem wasn't that he was being like that. Her problem now, as now described, is he was cheating with her. I did ask Iskall if he had a partner then, because I wanted to know if he would lie or not. So do you? I don't get no cuddles, lol. Why not, sir? No partner for Iskall? No partner for Iskall, I guess. Just ask. Are you dating someone right now? Come on. I spiraled... He could have been talking about sleeping with his partner. I spiraled over this for probably a week or two before I talked again to someone I trusted, trying to get more answers and to stop freaking out. I told who I'm going to call A. She did, so tap water addict. She definitely did give the early examples the impression of being creepy or weird, to the point where I figured that was going to be part of it. However, I think that impression came in part from the clinical presentation, the way you present like damning evidence of someone that you want to absolutely nail down. I think she's just being meticulous. Ash B, yeah, insane. I couldn't convince myself. Hang on. I told who I'm going to call A what was happening, and they immediately told me about the partner once they understood that the secret needed to be told to me. Their identity is remaining anonymous for the moment, as we don't know what's happening in the background. I really helped... A, sorry. Maybe don't call them A. Not a big deal, but it makes you stumble when you're going to mention them at the start of the sentence. A really helped pull me out of my spiral, and made me truly confront the fact that what Iskall was doing with me wasn't right, and had overstepped a line. Trad Minecrafter? Based trad disloyalty, anti-infidelity Minecrafter? I'm being turned around. It was about a month after talking to A that Iskall tried for the first time, literal opposite, for the last time, to get me to respond to his advances, which I will show you. And after that he never talked on Skype again. The date was December 16th, 2023. Which will be important. What are you paranoid about? You can't be afraid of things in life, Cass. I want to give you an advice. Please start grabbing things. Take what you want. Practice with me. I won't ever be offended by anything. I'm very laid back. I know, sir. You are very sweet, lol, heart. Probably trust something. Come on. Grip further than you think you dare with me. Try me, I got you. Says something back. I appreciate you. You gotta try me harder. Go on. Push barriers, dear Cass, sir. Cutting her shit off is insane. It is indeed insane. So you can see his last-ditch attempt to get me to respond favorably. Did you respond favorably? In what you've shown us, the answer is yes. Yes, you did. And then the other one, where you perhaps said something else, I'd lean towards yes, you did, but not as far as he'd like. That's what I read out of his response, but you've cut it off. Curious, strange, weird. So you can see his last-ditch attempt to get me to respond favorably to his now blatantly sexual advances, which I feel uncomfortable showing. Why do you feel uncomfortable showing it? Why would she feel uncomfortable showing her saying something like, look, I'm finally ready to say I'm uncomfortable, can we stop? Or something like that. If she said something disfavorable towards him, why would she be uncomfortable saying it? Or rather showing it? I think to me that implies it's her going with it. Just know that the hermits have all they need, so I don't feel like I have to share such messages publicly when they exist privately, where it needs to, for evidence's sake. I'm sure everyone knows that. So we're in a situation where, so far, Hermitcraft has said they believe these complaints are credible. They believe the complaints, but they might be nothing. They might be nothing. Sorry, you can't be part of our Minecraft project if you cheat. I'm sure everyone knows that no one has ever been publicly removed from Hermitcraft, so I hope you all can have faith in the Hermit's judgment. Besides, minors will probably read this, and I would like them to not have to see anything sexual. Sorry, is what you cropped out sexual? Or just the other examples? So she's saying she feels uncomfortable showing whatever was in this screenshot, right? She's saying her reason for not including the other stuff, right? I'm saying you need to have faith in the judgment of the people who have more, because minors will see sexual stuff. Is this single example also something where what you've censored is sexual, and that's why you're embarrassed? Or was there something after? Sure. Now, beyond A and a few friends of mine, no one else knew about this for months after the fact. It was a combination of still feeling messed up by someone who I thought was just my friend and a misplaced feeling of guilt. It was hard not to feel like I was just overreacting, and if it wasn't for A, I don't know if I would have crawled myself out of that spiral. It was very hard to sleep, eat, talk to anyone, or even function with the level of anxiety I was feeling over this even months later. I also felt at the time that I didn't have enough evidence on my own to bring it to anyone higher up. It came more to a head very recently in the past. Also, if she gets more evidence, she will also be more mad. Now, if there's someone else, she's not just, the side piece. She's part of an unwitting harem. Very embarrassing. It came more to a head very recently in the past few weeks. A was talking to someone and guessed correctly that they were another victim of Iskall's. This person, who I'll call B, wishes to also remain anonymous. A brought us together with permission from each of us. B was romantically involved with Iskall for 3 years. During that time, he attempted to mess with me. The communication he had with B was stopped. When his attempts... Hold up. Okay, so that's 2023. B was romantically involved with Iskall for 3 years, presumably with crossover. Attempts to mess with the communication he had with B was stopped. When his attempt on me failed, he resumed his romantic involvement with B, claiming he had been hacked and apologized profusely. Imagine getting played. You got played by a guy who's e-dating around. This news is extremely painful for her, as she deeply cared for him and was emotionally invested in their online connection. They had even planned to meet in person. Imagine if the people who use, what are the sex app? Tinder. Imagine people using Tinder freaking out when they find out their hookup also has other hookups. They had even planned to meet in person, and he had shared personal intimate details with her that he hadn't shared with others. Okay, you jealous? You mad? This info was approved to be shared by B. Then days later, B found Mephalit, another victim. Meph has made her own statement that you can find. We have it, by the way. Of course. Meph and I have a very similar timeline of him starting around August and then giving up on us on the same day of December 16th before going back to B. Meph is very likely to come out with her own story soon, but for now I will keep her name out of it until she tells me otherwise. I have it. FB. Wait, I have this. The Discord screen cap. That's it, right? It's this. Same thing. But on Pastebin. Is Pastebin better? I'll try the screen cap and then I'll do the Pastebin if it doesn't display well. Both B and Meph received pictures of explicit nature, though I managed to avoid them. No. Managed to avoid them. Looks like you're mad he wasn't exclusive with you. Unless you say there's not much left of this document. Is he suggesting receiving the explicit pictures, even if you wanted them, becomes some form of abuse if he was cheating or not exclusive? No. Incorrect. We confirmed between ourselves that his Skype username was the same, but for now we won't be sharing it so that we have a way to verify further victims' claims. I wish it wasn't needed, but sadly we all know there are people who will take advantage of any situation. Before we found Meph, B and I managed to get in contact with a hermit. He seduced all of us. Destroy him. I don't know if they want the public to know who they are, so I won't say. They offered to help us. They gathered all the evidence they thought was needed and took it to the rest of the hermits and relayed information to other parties as well. Iskall went dark around that time, and we haven't heard from him since publicly. It's likely he's telling his own story to people close to him. Yeah, probably. It was extremely important to all of us that this be made public, so that he could not just keep going with his life. I've been scorned, and hell will hath no fury. And gathering more victims of cheating? He's too fucking smooth. If we let him go free, he's gonna fuck everyone. And they'll like it until they realize he's not only theirs, he's too sexy. He's too sexy. It is harm to be with him and then know that he's with someone else. To anyone else who may be a victim, please feel free to reach out to me if you want to. You can reach out to me here on Twitter. Please don't use my DMs to dig for info, but anyone affected is more than welcome to talk to me. I am more than willing to keep your name out of it, and if you want to say some words / make a statement through me, I can do that. Or if you don't want anyone to know anything, I will still listen. We suspect there are many more, and we are here for you. To A, and to the hermits, thank you so much for having our backs. Thank you so much for blowing out our backs and hearing us out. It means the world to me, and I have no idea where I'd be right now without you. Not cheated on. I appreciate each and every one of you. Further messages may be relayed through me by others, and C is very likely to make her own post in a little while when she feels up to it. Please don't speculate. Please don't speculate. This is one of those ones where it's not, I'm not very internety, and I think I can just tell people not to talk about it because that's uncomfortable. This is a legit, holy balls, Please don't speculate that I'm just a scorned lover and we're all just scorned lovers. You just have to accept that we characterize ourselves as victims, okay? It's dangerous for him to be out there, banging everyone, consensually, adults only. I mean, for sure, it's a personal slight. And like, if you are cheated on, fuck them. Or stop fucking them. Stop fucking them. And ditch them, cut them out. But I don't think being a cheater is disqualifying from your part in a Minecraft project, right? If it's all consensual and with adults, bam. Now, there are situations where that could, of course, be a problem. If it's, I guess it doesn't matter because I said consensual. If it's like special needs adults, then consent is the issue, and I said consensual, whatever. Maybe if whoa, Aragast, fair point. If he fucks two people in the project, they will feud. To be fair, it is a pragmatic act to get rid of him on that basis. It is probably effective, probably a lot of utility. Anyway, this Mephilit person does indeed have a statement. We have it here. Mephilit's official statement about Iskall from her Discord. Please share. She's having a hard time getting it out there. And so am I. Look at this dang old crop. Verified. Let's go. Beautiful. Just don't... I was going to say just don't look at the screen, okay? But I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll do the big crop circle in the sky. Hello everyone. This is a very difficult message for me to share, but I feel it's important to be brave and speak my truth. I am known as Megalit in Iskall85's Vault Hunters community, and hang on, let me see where this crop ends. Okay, shatter that trust. In Iskall85's Vault Hunters community, a nickname he gave me years ago. However, I no longer want to be associated with that name or identity. For those who don't know me, I've been part of Iskall's community for 4 years. During that time, I supported his Vault Hunters mod pack, both financially and creatively. In fact, some of the ideas implemented, such as the Bingo Vault in Update 15, were mine. Something Iskall himself has acknowledged. Unfortunately, I recently discovered that I, along with others, was taken advantage of by Iskall. Explain taken advantage of. You were betrayed. You were tricked, right? You're suggesting his advances upon you were related to taking advantage of you. The advance itself. Come on. Maybe she'll say it is, but I have my doubts, given what we've seen so far. What's most troubling is not only the manipulation itself, but also the fact that it occurred while he was in a long-term relationship.
I'm constipated, but I'm here.
Nice, Hallandir. Welcome. That's good. It means you won't have to leave the seat much. Right. The manipulation itself wasn't the only trouble, but he was also in a long-term relationship. Okay, what's the manipulation? What began as casual conversations turned into flirtation, sure. Small escalation to test the waters. Then sexting, a little bit more of an escalation. Smooth. My man is just being normal. I mean, he's not being normal. The flirting is weird, but talking to someone, you like them. You try, like, a touch of flirting. They're receptive to it. You both start flirting. You're flirting all the time. You elevate it to sexting. You go a bit further with sexting. They're into it. They do it back. You do it back and forth. Then you might go to pictures and, meeting each other or something. That's not something I'm disturbed by the revelation of. Seems pretty normal and unquestionably fine, as long as there's no more detail to it. As a single mother... As a single mother, I had been transparent. I hope not. I'm not a fan of those transparents. With him about my life's challenges and asked him not to give me false hope or expectations. My man got ousted from a Minecraft project for letting a single mother down. And you guys were saying, skip. Boring. We're just going to waste a bunch of time. He assured me, saying, my intentions are real. Looking back now, I realized that his actions weren't just manipulative, they were emotionally abusive. He knew how to use his words to build trust, describing him as having game, and make me believe in his sincerity, only to later shatter that trust. It's heartbreaking to... Ooh, time to change the cropped. Cropped? Down to his behavior. There we go. Got them dry lips. Yeah, he didn't breastfeed my child. How could he? Where's the shatter, my veteran? There we go. It's heartbreaking to accept that someone I respected and supported could treat me and others in this way. What, the pump and dump? Iskall is a persuasive individual and I trusted his words. Do they have a no-riz policy over at Hermitcraft? He even suggested visiting my country and invited me to Paris this January. I declined, but his pattern of behavior is consistent across all victims. Similar approaches, similar words. You hook up with a guy you like, get vacations. Like, is he flying you out? Are you paying for this? If he's paying for it, like, yeah, you've been cheated on, but you got vacation. Could have gotten a vacation. More the fool you. When I discovered I wasn't alone, well, I'll take a peep at this afterwards. When I discovered I wasn't alone, I immediately... It's a horror boycott. They're scared. This guy gets so many bitches, and they all think he's exclusive, that if they all pull out of the Patreon, they're scared of financial ruin. This is a huge W for this guy. Horror boycott. When I discovered I wasn't alone, I immediately cancelled my Patreon support for Vault Hunters and connected with the other victims. We've been completely open. I mean, that's the whole problem, right? Maybe if you weren't, this wouldn't happen to you. And transparent with one another. During these conversations, additional concerning information came to light. I love when people say, we've been completely open and transparent. Us girls, we all tell each other the truth. Thanks. It means nothing to me. During these conversations, additional concerning information came to light. Together, we gathered our proof and contacted a member of the Hermitcraft community to bring this situation to light. In 2024, with the prevalence of AI-generated content and account hacks, it's understandable that people may doubt our claims. Why even plant that seed? Well, not that seed, this seed. Why even plant this seed? They're trying to preemptively strike down debunk attempts or attempts to sow doubt. I don't think anyone would say that. I'm not familiar with their community, but I can't imagine the response to this to be, he never said any of it, it's all AI generated. Or it's hacked. Why would... Hang on, sorry as well. There are two layers to this. Why would you bother trying to pre-counter this? You're backed up by corroboration. And the more of you there are, the harder it gets to say, you're organized, right? You probably have to find some reason they'd organize against him. What's that reason? You're all burnt bitches. You're all bitches who got burnt. We actually have the reason you're ganging up on him, and it's the thing you're accusing him of. So I believe this happened, because I believe it's your motivation for doing this, but I don't think he should need to leave a Minecraft project over it, right? Additionally, layer two. Layer two is, why would you use AI or an account hack to fake Skype logs? Why would that be how you do it, right? What the hell? It's understandable that people may doubt our claims. However, we have irrefutable proof that supports everything we're saying. Well, I'm not sharing all of it publicly at this time. I can assure you that the evidence reveals a stark contrast between the person Iskall portrays publicly and the reality of his behavior. This man has sex in private. Like, what? Do you want him to say all that stuff publicly? You're calling him out for, aside from his infidelity, behaving properly. He takes things slow with relationships, or rather in a graded way, to ensure consent. He doesn't do it all in public out there. He doesn't do so much PDA. What's the problem with those parts? Anyway, it's crop time. Alright. This has been a deeply painful experience for all of us involved. And now they're saying his dick's huge. Accepting that I too was a victim has been incredibly challenging. Recovering from this has taken a significant emotional toll. I want to thank the Hermitcraft players who have shown unwavering support to us during this difficult time. Just yesterday I spoke with another victim, and it pains me to say there may be even more out there. Yeah, it pains you, because it just shows how much you got played. This is why I've chosen to make this public. You are not alone. If you're also, I'll crop it one more bit, a victim, please don't hesitate to reach out. We will ensure your name remains anonymous. It's not you remain anonymous. Your name remains without a name. We will wipe clean your identity. To everyone following this situation, I kindly ask that you respect the privacy and boundaries of all victims. Some may wish to remain anonymous, and their decision should be honored. Please show empathy toward everyone who has been hurt or affected by this. To everyone who is feeling hurt or saddened by this, I want to remind you that brighter days are ahead. We don't have to stay in the darkness forever. I hope this statement addresses some of the questions and concerns within the community. For myself, I will no longer support Iskall in any way, and he will not support your child either. I am heartbroken by what has happened, not just to me, but to everyone else who trusted him. Thank you for listening, Mephilit, the single mother Minecraft addict. Thank you, Mephilit. Very cool. We have a little clip. We have a little clippity-doo-dah, clippity-yay. if I uncroop. I am uncrooping. Don't have to uncrop that much, but I just want to get it all in frame. I've done it. I've split the atom. I have been furnished with a link to a tweet that includes a clip of Iskall's voice. This is the Skype Rizzler. You ready? YouTube Gaming says dive back into Hermitcraft with Iskall85 and his breathtaking ocean monument. All right.
Iskall 1, Ocean Monument 0. I gotta say, it does look so cool when you get to this point. Now, this thing is not sponged inside, which means that it's probably pretty dangerous in here, I say, as I swim into a completely empty room. And also,
I'm so bad with voices. Is this Swedish Borat?
it should, in theory, be pretty dangerous in here. Oh, there's a sponge room I missed in here.
Oh, I'm about to ejaculate. Come on, man. Sorry. Given what we now know. What are you paranoid about? You can't be afraid of things in life, Cass. I want to give you an advice. Please start grabbing things. Take what you want. Practice with me. I won't be offended by anything. I'm very laid back. Grip further than you think you dare with me. Try me. I got you. It's my best. I can't do accents and I can't understand accents, but I did my best for you. I did everything for you.